Hello everyone, today let's talk about algebra. In today's class, we will learn how we can add algebraic terms and we can subtract using column and row method. But before that, let's learn what is algebra. In arithmetic, what we do, we deal with numbers. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8. We can add numbers, we can subtract them, we can divide the numbers, or we can multiply numbers. In algebra, we have something called variables. You must have seen like this A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Now, why are they called variables? Now, these letters do not have a specific value. In some questions, the value of A can be 2. In other question, it can be 100. Since its value keeps varying, these letters are called variables. Now comes the interesting part. What if we mix these numbers and these letters? For example, if I write 4a and 6a. Now, when we mix a number and a variable, it is called an algebraic term. So, in today's class, we will learn how we can do the addition and subtraction of these algebraic terms. Before that, we need to learn about something called like and unlike terms. For example, if you have 5 apples and you add 6 bananas, how many oranges you will have? This sentence makes no sense. Why? You cannot add two different quantities together. Similarly, in algebra, you can only add the terms which have the same variables. For example, you can only add 4a with other terms having a. You cannot add 4a with 6b. Got it? Now, a term can be a mix of different variables. For example, it can be 4ab plus 6ab. So we can only add the terms when they have the same variable, just like the example of apples and banana. Okay, so let's start with one question. So the first we have addition. So I'll start with the first questions. Here we need to add 3a plus 2b minus 4c and 2c minus 5b plus 8. Now the first thing we have to do is we will group the like terms together. First, let's try with the row method. In the row method, we will add them in a line. For example, I'll write it like this. 3a plus 2b minus 4c plus, let's put it in bracket, 2c minus 5b plus 8a. Since it's plus sign, even if I remove the bracket, the sign will not change. So I can write it as 3a plus 2b minus 4c plus 2c minus 5b plus 8a. Now what I told you a little bit ago, that we can only add the like terms. Now we get 3a, I can only add something which has an a. So what will I get? 3 plus 8a. Now while you add, what you have to do is keep the variable add as it is. We will only add the numbers. 3 plus 8 is 11, so the answer is 11a. So we got the first, it's 11a. Now let's look at the next variable. Next we have 2b and here we have 5b. Now what we can do? So we have 2a minus 5b. Just like your arithmetic, what's the answer of 2 minus 5? It is minus 3. So here we will write minus 3. Okay, my bad, it should have been b. Yeah, it will be minus 3b. So we will write minus 3b. One more variable left, that's c. We have minus 4c plus 2c. So just like arithmetic, what's the answer of minus 4 plus 2? It is minus 2. So our answer will be minus 2c. So I'll simply write here minus 2c. Very simple. This is how we're going to add different algebraic expressions or terms. Okay, now let's do the same questions using the column method. In column method, what we're going to do is, next is column method. The first one we will write as it is given, 3a plus 2b minus 4c. Now below this one we are going to write this one, but we are not going to write as it's given. We will write it in order. What do I mean by that is, the first term we have a, so we will write this term first, just below it, with the sign is given plus 8a. Next we have b. Here we have minus 5b. So the sign is minus 5 and it will just come below this b. Last one we have plus 2c. So we'll write plus and the c will come just below c like this. Now we will simply add this. Plus 3 plus 8 will get plus 11a. 2 minus 5 will get minus 3b. Minus 2 plus 2 will get minus 2c. So if you solve, we got the same answer. It doesn't matter in which method you do. Okay. So let's try another question. Okay. So first let's try using the row method. Then we'll do with the column method. So in row method, let me write it. So it is given 2ax plus 3by plus 4cy plus 5by minus 3cy minus ax plus 6cy plus 4ax minus 9by. First thing what we're going to do is we will see the like term. So what variable do we have here? We have ax. We'll try to find ax. Where is ax? Here is one ax. Here is another one. Now what we'll do is we'll write them together. How we'll write 2ax. Next we have minus ax and we have 4ax. Fine. Now let's go with the next variable. We have by here, another here, any other? Yes, last one here. So the sign is plus, so I'll write plus here. Then we have 3by plus 5by minus 9by. Great. Next, what do we have? Next, we have cy. One here, one here, one here. Sign is plus, I'll go with plus. 4cy minus 3cy and 6cy. Now it's pretty simple. What do we have here? What we can do is we can take common. Every term has ax, so we'll take the ax out. What will you get? 2 minus 1 plus 4 plus sign comes here. Here the common term is by. I'll take by out. What will I get? 3 plus 5 minus 9. Then the plus sign. Here the term common is cy. I'll take cy out. I'll get 4 minus 3 plus 6. Now it's pretty easy. So we have 2 plus 4, that is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. So this is 5ax. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 minus 9 is minus 1. So it will become minus by. Here we have 4 plus 6, that is 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. It will become plus 7cy. Very easy. Now let's do the same question using the column method. So what we'll do is, as I told you, I'll write the first one as it's given. It's given as 2ax plus 3by plus 4cy. Now after this, the next expressions I will write in order. Which order? First I'll write the ax, then I'll write the by, then I will write the cy. So for the next expression C, it's given minus ax. So we'll write minus ax. by is plus 5by. I'll write plus 5by. Last one is minus 3cy. I'll write minus 3cy. Done with the second one. Let's go with the third one. Where is the ax? It's given plus 4ax. We'll write plus 4ax just below it. by is 9 minus 9by. We'll write minus 9 below it. by. Then we have cy plus 6cy. So we'll write plus 6cy. Now we'll do the same thing we did in the last question. 2 minus 1 is, what is the answer? 2 minus 1 and 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. So it is 5ax. Then we have 8, 5 minus 9. 8 plus 5 is almost 13. 13 minus 9 is 4. So you got plus 4 by. Then we have 4 minus 3, 6. 4 plus 6, 10. 10 minus 3, it is 7. So let me check one more time. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 minus 1, 5. 3 plus 5, 8. Over here we did a mistake. 1 second. It's not 8, it's 3. So it will be 3 plus 5 8, it should be minus 1. My bad. So it will be minus 1by. Now it's correct. Great. Now let's try equations of subtraction. We're going to use the same method, but it will be a little different. Let's start with this question. It's given. We need to subtract 2a plus 3b minus c from 4a plus 5b plus 6c. So we have to subtract from this. So we're going to write that first. So we'll write 4a. Let's start with the row method first. 4a plus 5b plus 6c minus 2a plus 3b minus c. Now see how it's different from the subtraction. Since there is a minus, the sign, when I remove this bracket, the sign will change. Let me show you how. First one I'll write as it is 4a plus 5b plus 6c. For the next one, what will happen? There's a minus sign over here and there is a plus. So plus into minus, it's minus 2a. This minus into plus is again minus, minus 3b. Then minus into minus is plus c. Now it's quite similar to the addition question. We'll see the similar terms. A over here, A over here. 4a, 2a. 4 minus 2 is 2. So it's 2a. 5b minus 3b. 5 minus 3 is plus 2. 2b. 6c plus 1c. 6 plus 1. Answer is 7c. Very easy. Let's try the column method. Column method, similarly, we'll write the first one as it is 4a plus 5b plus 6c. Now what I told you, when we'll write it below, we'll have to write it in order. But see, this question is already given in order. So 2a plus 3b minus c. Now when we did addition, we just simply added them. But here what we are doing, we are subtracting it, right? So when we subtract, one thing you need to do is you need to change the signs. So what's the sign in front of 2a? Plus, we'll write it as minus. Again is plus, we'll write it as minus. This is minus, we'll write it as plus. Now the sign changed. Now we'll just simply add it. 4 minus 2, 2a, plus 5 minus 3, that is plus 2b, 6 plus c, 7c. Very easy. I hope you understood this question. Let's try a word problem. It's given, let me move this one. What must be added to 2a cubed plus 5a minus a square minus 6 to get a square minus a cubed plus 1? Now these questions are sometimes confusing. Students get confused like from which one we need to subtract the other one. Whether if I name it 1 or 2, should we do 2 minus 1 or 1 minus 2? I'm going to teach you a very simple trick by which you can easily find out. Okay? It says what must be added. Let me take two random numbers, 2 and 4. Which one is bigger? Obviously 4. So I'll put these numbers in place of these expressions. Okay? I will write it like this. What must be added to 2 to get 4? Now it makes more sense. Now, what must be added? How to get this? It's simply 4 minus 2. So we identified we need to subtract this from this one. Now, let's do the question. So the first thing is we need to identify from which term we need to subtract which one. So since we have to subtract from this to this, we'll write that one first. Let's use the column method. A square minus a cube plus 1. We have to write it in order. First is a square, so it is given minus a square plus 5a plus 2a cube minus 6. Very easy. We need to subtract it, so 1 second. We'll use the negative sign. Signs will change. It will become plus, minus, minus, plus. Now simple addition. A square plus a square, 2a square, minus a minus 5a, minus 6a, minus a cube minus 2a cube, minus 3a cube, 1 plus 6, answer is 7. So this is how we're going to solve this question. Let's take one last question. It says by how much this expression is less than this. Again, there is a confusion from which one to which one. We need to subtract. We'll again use numbers. Okay, let's go with the same numbers 2 and 4. So we'll write by how much 2 is less than 4. How to find that out? We'll simply do 4 minus 2. So in this question also we identified we need to subtract this one from this one. Let's use the column method. So we'll go 4x cubed minus 3x squared y minus 7x y squared plus 2y cubed. We need to subtract this. It's already written in order, so we'll just simply write 3x cubed minus 2x squared y plus x y squared minus y cubed. We need to subtract. So what should we do? We will change the signs. Let's put bracket over here, negative. So there's a plus, becomes minus, minus becomes plus, minus, plus. Plus 4 minus 3, answer is 1. So it's x cubed. Minus 3 plus 2, it's minus x squared y. Minus 7 minus 1, minus 8 xy squared plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 y cube. Let me check one more time. 4 minus 3 is 1. Minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. Minus 7 minus 1 minus 8. Plus 2 plus 1 plus 3. So that's how we're going to solve different questions in algebra, addition and subtraction. I hope you understood today's class. I will see you guys in the next class.